Hi, I'm CJ Walker of Home Advantage Renovations. Today I'm at a client's home where I have to replace an old plastic eaves trough and worn fascia board. This is ladder work, and for ladder work what I like to have is a set of standoffs in order to keep the ladder from crushing the eaves trough. Also, ladder standoffs are very handy when it's windy, you're on the roof putting up Christmas lights. It keeps the ladder from falling down. Now the good news is that if you were to go out and purchase commercially made standoffs for your ladder, you can spend as much as $100 for a set of them. I'm going to show you today how to take a piece of scrap 2x4 lumber that you may have laying around, and with the investment of a few minutes of your time, that's all you'll end up spending on a set of very solid, substantial standoffs that you can use on your ladder. Now the key to making a solid standoff for an aluminum extension ladder is really just understanding the simple structure of the ladder itself. Now all aluminum and fiberglass ladders, extension ladders that is, are made the same way. They're made of two long U-shaped rails where the rungs are suspended between them. Using the shape of the rail, we can make a solid standoff. So enough of that, let me show you how it's done. Now all we start out with is really a piece of scrap 2x4 material that I had laying around my shop. It's approximately 2 feet long, and that's all you're going to need to start with. Once I cut my stock piece into two 12-inch lengths, then I brought one of them back to the ladder. I placed it on the ladder so that I maintain the strength at both sides with enough material. I took a magic marker and marked where the channels were underneath. I then measured the depth of the channel so I could adjust how high my blade was at the table saw. And then at the table saw, I clamped my two pieces together with a pair of quick grips. And then I flipped them over and then ran them through, and essentially several times, several passes for each one, so that they would fit perfectly over top of the U shape. Having done that, then I went back to my chop saw and cut the angles at the end. So I had a profile where, knowing that this is the way it was going to set, this was going to be against the fascia, this was going to clear my eaves trough, and this angle was cut so that it didn't damage the shingle. Now this is almost done, and I'll show you the final step now. Now what I've done here is I placed the ladder against the eaves trough, and the eaves trough will vary. Like for my job, it's a certain height off the ground. For your job, every job is going to be a different height off the ground, so the standoffs are going to have to be placed perhaps in a different position on your ladder. As you can see up here, the position that it's sitting is about just above the third rung. So when I take the ladder down and put my standoff on, I'm going to place it just above the third rung. Now that we know where the standoff has got to go on the ladder, we pre-drill a hole in the channel with a proper drill bit so that we can put a wood screw through. Now we place the standoff in the proper spot in the channel, take a wood screw, firmly attach it, do it both sides, and the project's done. You've got a solid standoff, and things are going to be a lot safer on your ladder. I'm CJ Walker, and we'll see you next time.